If you haven't started self-improvement yet, or you're just starting your journey or you're not consistent, let this video be a reminder as to why it's so damn important that you keep on going or just start. So if you just want to be average or you want to be below average even, I mean, click off this video because it's not for you. But if that pissed you off of, the idea of wanting to be below average or average, keep on watching because this is exactly what you need. You need self-improvement if you want to be above average and better than everyone else. If you are down here and you haven't started self-improvement yet, welcome to self-improvement. It'll make you better in no time, man. But if you clicked on this video, then you probably want more out of life, right? I mean, why else would you want self-improvement? It's because you want more out of life, and self-improvement can do that for you. You're probably sick of where you are, and that's totally fair. I know a lot of people who are not happy with their situations, but they don't do any self-improvement or they don't, try and fix their situation. They just kind of sit there and do nothing. So this is where you get your edge, like I mentioned before. And the thing is, I'll take my life, for example. I'm 23 years old. I'm not young. I'm not like an 18, but I'm not old either. But if I look at other 23-year-olds, like especially people like around me, like they're not doing that good. Now, I'm not trying to be like cocky or an arrogant asshole or anything, but the thing is I started self-improvement about 2 years ago. Not that, like I started 2 years ago, but then I got it really serious about a year ago. And look where I am now. I am probably in one of the best situations that I've ever had in my entire life. And it all started because of self-improvement. My life feels like it's actually put together for once in my entire life. Now look at anyone who's successful or anybody that you look up to. What do they all have in common? They all have some sort of self-improvement practice in their life, whether it be habits like reading, journaling, meditating, even taking cold showers. All of them have that in common, or maybe they have at least a few of those. And there's a reason for that. Those habits aren't just there to like flex and you say that, oh, I meditate every day, look at me, I'm flexing. No, people meditate because it actually gives them real world improvements, and it doesn't just make them better at one thing only, it makes them better at pretty much everything in their life. And that's just meditation. Imagine if you did all the other good habits. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be perfect with every single habit that you do, and you don't have to strive to be the next Mr. Bezos either. I mean, I don't particularly encourage that. But the thing is that you have to put in this like temporary pain so you can have a greater life later. Now, self-improvement, yeah, like it's gonna be really hard at first, but once you get into the groove and you start progressively overloading on all your habits and you start doing more and more, it's just the rest of your life just kind of falls into place. That's probably the best way I could describe it as someone who has been on self-improvement for about 2 years now. It's just the things have just slowly been falling into place. And now I feel like I just hit that tipping point where everything is just coming together and it's perfect. I feel so, so satisfied and fulfilled with my life right now. And like, I could not have said that probably at any point in my entire life until now. That's how serious I am about self-improvement. I just don't want to be stuck in a part of my life where I feel unfulfilled, where I feel like I'm not getting any enjoyment. Like, for example, you probably know people who have been working the same job for decades, or you know somebody who's on track to do that. They work the same job and they hate themselves and they just hate waking up because they have to go to that job. And they do this for 30, 40 years. And like, life is way too short. Now, yeah, you could just enjoy life now, but then you kind of end up in that situation. Or you could do just a lot of hard work for maybe 3, 4, 5 years and just be set for the rest of your life. I would much rather do that than get stuck in a mediocre job and just live in mediocrity for the rest of my life. Mediocrity sucks. Why would you want that? Now, maybe, you want to live a mediocre life. Well, okay, cool. Like I said, this video is not for you then. Get out of here. But if you have a dream, why don't you work for that dream? Why are you working for your boss's dream? I don't know. Something to think about. My dream is to help people. I've mentioned that before, and I do that through this YouTube channel. So every time I make a video, I'm funding my dream. I make these videos because they fulfill me. They give me purpose. They make me feel better, and hopefully they make you feel better too. I'm not trying to make you feel like shit. I just want you to realize like you need self-improvement. It just makes everything in your life so much better. Okay, so now that you have a good idea of what self-improvement even is and how it can make your life that much better, then what should you do now? Like after you're done watching this video, what should you do? Okay, so I want you to go out there and do the habits that are, like specifically delayed gratification habits that make your life better, and stop doing the instant gratification habits, or at least drastically reduce them. So I'm saying if you play video games for even, let's say, 5, 6, 8 hours a day, cut that down. I'm not saying you have to quit cold turkey on day one or else you're going to relapse instantly. What I'm saying is if, okay, let's say you play 5 hours a day. Tomorrow, or even today, just count it and make sure you play 4 hours. Okay. And then, maybe a couple days later, play 3 hours. And then after maybe a couple weeks of doing this, you're down to playing 1 hour a day. And then at that point, you cut it out completely. You're in the process of changing your life. And the thing is, you cannot change your life overnight. I don't care who you are. You just can't. It's not sustainable. Like I said, this has been a 2-year journey for me. You think I got here overnight? No. This took a long time and a lot of hard work, but it already has paid off. And I'm not even there. I'm not even close to being done, my journey. There is no end. It just gets better and better. And the thing is, what I just mentioned, this all is still self-improvement. Self-improvement is just improving oneself. So if you quit doing the stupid habits that waste your time and you replace that time that you're saving with good habits, like maybe you spend, instead of playing an hour of playing video games, then you spend an hour reading a book and you learn something new and apply that to your life. You just improved. You just self-improved. If you want to call it that, whatever. But that's it. That's self-improvement right there. That's all you need to do to make your life better. And yeah, I know I'm saying it like, oh, that's all you need. But it's just going to take time. I always say this. I say this pretty much in all my videos now. It's even on my channel banner. But it's just, nothing great in life comes easy. And that's just so true. Self-improvement it's going to take time, but you put the effort in, you get a better life. Simple as that. And with it taking time, all you have to do is just do this for a couple weeks, maybe a few months, even years like I have, and it'll pay off so quickly. Like in the grand scheme of your life, if you live to, let's say, 60 years old and you spend 2 years on self-improvement, that is just a small percentage for a massive return on the rest of your life. Like it's going to be a little slow at first, obviously, but it doesn't take long. And the thing is, for me, I'm saying 2 years, but I mean, I kind of slowly I could have probably done this in 1 year. And yeah, like it took me a long time because I didn't have much guidance until recently. But once you get that proper guidance, like watching this video, it just snowballs so fast. And the next thing you know is you're already like, you're going to be better than me and you're probably younger than me. Now, I'm not saying that if you only do self-improvement and nothing else, then your life will just magically, just be better like that. Like you're going to have to do other things, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, once you quit doing the bad habits and you fill it with good habits. And yeah, self-improvement, it's a vehicle to get you where you want to be. It's not the solution. Like if you just start meditating 10 minutes a day, your life isn't going to be perfect. Okay. That's just a tool to help you get to your ideal life. My ideal life was, for example, being a YouTuber. Let's say that's like my ideal life. Just meditating every day. I mean, I've been meditating for almost 2 years now. My channel didn't just pop off. It popped off because meditating helped me gain clarity and focus, which in turn helped me make more videos. That's how self-improvement helped me to fulfill my dreams. And that's how I got to where I am now. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. See ya.